Happy Sunday. How are y'all? Yeah, how many times have you gone and gone, oh my gosh, that's a scam. Why are they doing that to me? And you don't know whether it's real or whether it's fake. And so tonight, I'm going to share with you why a lot of people have this question. Is network marketing a scam? Is multi-level marketing real? I am bringing in a friend that is going to share with us tonight. Kellie, thank you for coming in tonight. She is going to share with us some of the validity uh, behind why network marketing is totally legit. My husband is bringing you in. There you are. Hi.
Hi,
How are
how's it
you?
going? I'm
It's
good. How are
good.
you?
I'm doing good. So, network marketing, lots of people have this idea, Kellie, that network marketing is a scam, but you are gonna, I want you to share with us. I mean, you have come from a background of pharmaceutical sales and left that behind. You said bye. So, guys, if you know somebody that has this question of is this legit or not, come on, you were making some good money doing pharmaceutical sales and you left it.
Yeah, yes. So I always find it so funny and intriguing, but also I understand where people are coming from when they say like, is it a scam? Like, is it really real? You really do that? Like, you're really making income, you're really making impact, and because I was on that side too, and sometimes I think it's not necessarily that people think it's a scam. They just don't know how it works and they're uneducated about it. And therefore they think that it can't be real, right? Because what are we? I know I grew up in a home, and a lot of people grow up in homes where you go to school, you graduate high school, lots of people go to college, lots of people go to get their grad degrees, and then you go and you work for someone else. Like, that is what we are taught to do, right? That's what I did,
Absolutely. And that
right?
as a teacher, former teacher, I mean, that's totally what the educational system sets us up to do. And by the way, I love your hat. Family. Family is why we choose this so often, is because family, we want to be able to spend more and have options, spend more time with our families, do different things in a different way so that we can show up better, right? Was that part of your why?
It was the main why, and I didn't even really know it. So here's the interesting thing is that I was very skeptical about the business. I was always, before Lavelle, I was a big supporter of my friends that sold makeup or clothes or anything. Like, I was always the girl that was absolutely supporting small business. I grew up, my dad was a small business owner. I always supported it, but I never was interested in the business. And it wasn't, a little bit was honestly because I thought I was a little too good. And that's just me being super vulnerable. Like, I had education and I just was like, oh, that's for what people do that don't have like a career. But man, was I so wrong. I mean, it's actually like such an easy way. It's the number one income, six-figure income earner, like the industry for females. Network marketing industry produces more females that earn a 100,000 plus a year than any other industry, right? So leaving the pharmaceuticals, it wasn't necessarily the money for me that helped me make the switch. It was the time. It was the opportunity to be with my family more. I never had the opportunity to be at the bus stop when my kids got off of the bus. I never had the opportunity to, my kids would be sick. And I remember my husband and I looking at each other like, oh my gosh, like, who's going to call in? We both have meetings all day. We both have important roles at our jobs. Like, who draws the short straw? Like, who has the least important day? And that was stressful, that we had to disappoint our boss, our team, like whatever. It was very, very stressful. So really my husband was the one who truly encouraged me to look at this. I loved Thrive. Like, I loved what the product did for me. But I initially, Beth, did not take the business very serious. I didn't even really want to do the business. But my husband was
Right.
like, this is a really great opportunity. You love the product, you can help other people, you love doing that. And what if you make a little bit of extra money? And it started out being enough money to pay
Mhm.
for a vacation. That's what it started out. The
Right.
Disney vacation, starting out that way. So maybe someone's watching that's like, I have Christmas, or I have debt that I'm spending on Christmas, or I have a spring break vacation, or guess what? I haven't taken my family on a vacation in 5 years. What if you could use a second income stream to provide that? And that's how it started for me, until my husband gave me the encouragement to like really look at this as a potential business. And 13 months later, after starting Thrive and being a
Mhm.
part of this incredible team, I walked away from a 15-year pharmaceutical career. That was scary.
Yeah, yes, yeah. And when you change the whole path of what you thought you were going to do, I mean, you went to college on a scholarship, I think, right?
Yeah.
Trained hard, went for that purpose. And what did I mean, your husband backed you. Were your parents still on the skeptical bus?
Yeah. Yeah, they were. Honestly, I'm not sure anybody really believed I could do it besides my husband, including myself. I wasn't really sure. Like, I saw other people doing it, but I was like, I don't have any social media experience. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. I know how to talk to people. Like, I know how to tell them what the product did for me, but I had no experience doing that. And so, no, a lot of people thought I was, for lack of better words, like an idiot. Like, you're walking away from a 15-year career where you are making good money. You have great benefits. You have a car paid for, and you're walking away from that to do network marketing. Are you crazy? Like, really, are you crazy? Now, no
Yeah.
one thinks that. But I will also say, I didn't just sit back and lollygag around. Like, I got to work. I got to work and serving people and helping people feel better. And when they loved it and they wanted to create a stream of income for themselves, teaching them and showing them. And that's the such cool thing about this business and about our team is like, you can walk in with zero experience and have success. You can walk in needing to make grocery money. I need $500 a month to pay groceries. You can walk in wanting to have the option to replace your income or make way more than in your income. Everything is available. And I've never seen a company that you can start for free, that you can continue running your business for free, that they never charge you anything. And you can make as much as you want. And that is such a cool opportunity here.
And so if you're watching us and you've ever bought something from, your makeup, tanning, nails, your vitamins from a small network person, drop it below. And because did you know that, yes, like Kelly said, it paid for that vacation that her family had not been able to take. What is it that you would like to do differently? Maybe it is giving your kid those acting lessons, or those sports lessons, so that they can do something better. The cheerleading lessons that your daughter's going to currently, right? You get to now take her to those things, whereas before it wouldn't have happened. So in between now and the first of the year, you have in this amazing company, because we get paid every Tuesday, right? We get to look forward to that, because we get to go look back and we get to pause for a moment and go, we really had reached out to these amazing people, this amount of people, and we get kind of rewarded for that, for helping change what the picture of somebody else's wellness looks like. But what are some of the other benefits, Kelly? I mean, getting paid once a week, being able to do, provide for the extra little things. But there's some paint the big picture for us, Kelly.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think when you look at it, in a big, long, like, look at it as a big plan. I love the fact that this business is willable. This business is what we call a legacy business. And a legacy business is something that you can build and you can pass down. I've actually had this happen on my team, and this business you get to pass down to people. And that's amazing. I mean, you have the opportunity to set a legacy type of business structure for your children, for, and that is really cool. I also love the fact that you can have 2 accounts per house. I don't ever know of a business that you get to double dip, and they encourage you to double dip. I mean, it's like every single household can have 2 accounts if you have 2 adults living in your home. And so if you're married, if you have another adult living there, you get to have the opportunity to have that. So I personally have an account that is, at the top rank of the company and has earned a vehicle. And my husband has an account that makes a paycheck every single Tuesday and has a vehicle. And he's had a vehicle for 5.5 years. I've had a vehicle for over 6 years. And to take that off of our plate is huge. I also love the fact of the self-development. Like that to me, I can't put a price tag on. I cannot put a price tag on the growth that I have had in who I am as a mom, who I am as a person, who I am in my spiritual growth, and as a leader and just in this friendship. And then also, I can't not mention the traveling. I personally love to travel, and it was part of why what got me to say yes was the opportunity. And here at Lavelle, you have 3 times a year that you get to travel, and you get to earn it, and you get to take someone with you. And it's not like you go and you're sitting in meetings. It's fun. It's like fun opportunities where you're getting to go to the, somewhere tropical or somewhere really cool in the United States and have a really great experience with someone that you care about. And that about community and about growth is just something that is really difficult to paint a picture of unless you're in it. So I would say if you're watching this and you have a little bit of interest, then you should just attend one of our trainings. You should attend one of our community events that we have and be a fly on the wall and see what you like about it. Because one of the biggest things I always share is that you never know what somebody needs or what they want. Most families in America are $400 to $500 away from not being able to pay their bills. And
Absolutely.
imagine, I mean, you can business and make that paycheck next Tuesday. And that's just the truth with your VIP fast start
Yes.
bonus. And so there's opportunities here. So I always challenge people, like, think about the big picture. It can start off being the small pay for a vacation type of thing like it was for me. And it can end up being so much larger where you're making a larger impact on generations to come.
Yes. And let's talk about the generations to come piece just for a snippet, okay? Because I've watched you in your stories and I've watched you behind the scenes, and just kind of like your kids, I see your girls picking up on the mindset of being giving and helping others.
Mm-hmm.
So behind the scenes, where is it? Is it in the car? Is it just in the daily routine that they see this happening? How did you incorporate this into your family? Does that make sense? Does that
Yeah,
question
no,
make sense to you?
it absolutely makes sense. So, I mean, there's so many things, and there, as I personally have learned things over the years, I'm thinking, wow, how amazing would it be to be raised and know these things? Like a great example is goal setting. So this was an example of how I was raised. I was raised as a child to set a goal, make a plan, work towards the goal, and then you achieve the goal, right? All in sports. Okay? I played tennis growing up. It led to a college scholarship. And the thing about that is I grew up knowing how to do that. It's very easy for me to apply that into my business. So I try to think about what can I teach my children? So goal setting is definitely something that we do. But what's more important is like the self-development aspect, learning affirmations, learning to journal, learning to sit back and to have your intuition and to understand. We actually have a morning time that we do, and we've done a few different things, but we do a morning time right now where we all sit down and we meet and we have a devotional and we talk about gratitude and we pray together. And that's how we start our day. I wasn't raised having a morning routine. I didn't even know what that was until I joined this team. I mean, like I didn't I could pour into my mind. And so constantly doing that and constantly reframing, you know, one of the things I have two daughters, one's a tween, one's a teen. So we're like right in the middle school thick of things. And, you know, there's so many things that go on with our minds and how negative self-talk can happen at a very young age. There's a lot of negative self-talk. So just even teaching, you know, I have learned as an adult woman to reframe those thoughts. Does it not mean that I don't have them? No, I do, but I can reframe them. So teaching my girls to reframe them, teaching my husband to reframe them. Our family environment is it's completely different than it ever would have been without Lavelle. Completely different. We are positive. We are glass half full. That something may really stink in our lives, and we've had a challenging few years, and something may really stink in our lives. But I will tell you, we always will find the positive. And I would have never learned to do that if it wasn't for this community, learning about self-development and being able to implement that into my kids' lives and my husband. My husband is the exact same.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's wonderful because when my kids were in that realm, finding those few moments where we could start the morning, and it wasn't every day, but it was some days that we were able to sit aside and have those morning devotions, and it sets the tone for the day. And I just love that this is reemphasized and redirected as adults for us to come together as a community. And we are so supportive of each other and one another. And it just is such a community of people, but the business part of it, and that we can build together. And you and I we're not connected. Yes, we're on the same big umbrella of a team, but we work together. And I just love that we can invest and pour into each other with just because we're friends and just because we have that connection. And if you're out there and you're looking and you're going, I just really don't have backing. I just really don't have those people that I can turn to and talk to. You got it right here, because wherever you live, this community of people, and it's just not women. We have tons of men on our team. It's tons of husband-wife teams that we meet together and have fun and support each other in the good and in the trials of life, because we all face them.
Yeah. You know,
what a blessing.
I have to add, one of the things that's interesting about what you said, you know, when something's going on in my personal life and I need like prayers, the first people that I go to are people in Lavelle.
Yeah. We're authentic here. And I think that that's a big piece that attracted me to really pursue the business part of it, is the authenticity of everybody that I've met here. You're right, because we really truly do legitimately turn to each other in prayer and uphold each other, and we check in on each other. And that's the piece that's so important, is that we really do. We know the good and the bad, the good times and the hard times, because we all face them. And so there's a mama, there's a daddy out there that's going, you know what? I need one of these things that these ladies have talked about. And you may not, you raise a hand below if you feel comfortable. If you don't, drop us a direct message. You can come behind and look behind the scenes and be that fly on the wall, as somebody put it. There's somebody that says that all the time. And just watch to see who see what we're like, see what it is that this whole thing is about, because it's just, yes, it is giving your body good premium grade nutrition. It is giving, it's a lifestyle change though, that comes along with it. And the pay, the community, the trips, the ability to have that car sitting in the driveway, that is the second largest expense. And Kellie, you are so fortunate that you have 2 accounts in your household, and that's taken care of. How much pressure would that take off of your household, those of you that are watching, to have that amazing expense taken away from you on a monthly basis? It just is mind-boggling. Have you done the math on yours, Kelly?
Oh,
How much have you saved over the past
I have
5 years?
actually the last few months, but the last time I did it, it was right at $100,000, like $102,000.
Really?
Hmm.
Wow.
Now,
That's
some of that,
mind-boggling, y'all.
which, if you're, for those of you who don't know, we have an opportunity to earn like different levels. And at the third level of the company, you earn, instead of $800 a month, you can earn $1,600 a month for your car, which my car doesn't cost that much. So yeah, I mean, it's amazing. It's usually the second largest payment in someone's house next to their rent or their mortgage. So to have that taken off of your plate, I mean, it's huge. It is a big, big thing. And I mean, you get to get a new car quite often. I mean, I'm on my fourth car and my husband's on his third.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And that's in two household cars, even with teenagers, if you're a single parent home and you have teenagers in your home, those cars and the expenses that go along with it, and with teenagers driving, oh boy. So there is a way, and if you're looking for that and you're looking for that extra, reach out to us, because we want to show you really that there is so much more. There's so much more dynamics than what we can present here. Kelly, thank you so much for your time, and thank you for being such a part of this incredibly great community, and for helping so many people change their families.
Thank you. I'm excited. If you guys are local to Beth and I, and you want to, get together, we're going to be doing some fun things starting in the next year. Some fun, safe, COVID-friendly get-togethers and things. So definitely, we would love if you were local to be a part of that. So thanks for having me on, Beth. It's always good to be on.
Yes, and you guys watch our stories, because we're going to be putting those up, and we have 2 dates nailed down. So we're going to have fun next month.
All right.
Thanks, Kelly.
Bye.
See you later. Bye-bye.